Brad, why don't you have a YouTube channel where you do like time lapse photos of yourself building a yurt or like, cleaning fish or, being creative, making videos?
Yeah, there's about a million of them out there. Most of them are wrong, and I just don't feel like I don't know. Gerard told me to do stuff like that, but that's a lot of work and effort and time, and then you got to sit there. And I honestly don't know how to do all that shit.
Well, the
Make a
amazing.
lot of money. I don't know how to do all the YouTube shit and all the other shit. I can teach you water on a fucking stove, and I can teach you how to survive, but I just don't know how to operate fucking YouTube.
Well, a lot of people waste time, not waste time, but, a lot of these big accounts, they do a lot of professional editing. But with your cell phone, basically all these apps now do editing and, graphic overlay and manipulation and all kinds of special effects. So it's like your cell phone is just so easy to point and click. Anybody can do it now.
Your biggest issue is storage of all the footage and then compiling the order of whatever you want to be in the video. You should do it, Brad.
Yeah, I'll take your advice. John, but like the other day, when I went hiking, I got charged and by an alligator. This thing was fucking big. I got a photo. I gotta figure out how to update the new photos, the settings here, but I'll show you. He emerged out of the water and chased me down this slough. And he was coming after me, and I was holding a knife, and I was like, I'm up on the bank, and he couldn't get through the brambles there on the side. And he was looking for a way to come at me, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have the leather belt out of this altercation. And he never came up. So, but he was big. He was about 8 feet long. But I was really excited for that. I wish I would have caught that on recording. All I got is a couple pictures of him, as I was just making sure that I was ready, because you need two hands when you try to fight something like that. But it was a lot of fun to see. I wish I would have caught the video for you guys.
Where was this?
Anahuac,
I don't know what that is.
Galveston, Texas.
That is frightening.
What is?
Have you ever seen a video of an alligator, right next to a huge lion, and the alligator is looking at this lion, like trying to calculate whether or not it can actually, make a strike, but that lion is so fierce. It's just amazing seeing like the king of the jungle face a huge alligator and create like a standoff while it's drinking water.
I'm always impressed watching cats deal with snakes, like the quick reflexes that they have dealing with a snake. If you guys haven't seen those videos, it's pretty cool. Because you see the snake and you're thinking like, oh fuck, this poor little kitten. The cats will fuck a snake up.
You should look up rabbits fucking a snake up, especially mother rabbits. Beating the shit out of a snake, they will fuck a snake up fast. They're fun to watch.
Scarlet, are you away from the computer? Or your phone? Talk later.
Scarlett is very creative. She's doing like transition music from one room to the next. She's such an auspicious and beautiful hostess.
I think the topics that she comes up with and the spaces she curates are second to none.
How do you view Jordan Peterson's aesthetic style with his suits and his hair plugs and his suntans and his beef eating? Like the man is taking incredible care of himself. I'm just wondering, do people really appreciate his clothing, choices or his style, or gravitas, or presence?
Sure, he's very stylish. He's a well-grown man. Very handsome guy.
What? 9?
George Peterson, he's older. I don't know, he's not as bad.
How do you go behind and then you threw a suit on him off the rack at Macy's and think somehow he's like handsome? Come on, now, I thought you had better taste than that.
Nah, he's not a bad looking guy. He's kind of sagging material. He puts himself, he dresses well in public. You know, he's well groomed. I'm not saying, you know, he's a fine knuckle guy, but he's not
Have you
those eyes.
ever seen the tour of his home with the art that's everywhere? Have you seen his home?
I have not.
I think he's probably insane. Like, anyone that displays the type of art that he has is, he's probably a genius, but he's also got some lunatic tendencies, I think. The art on the wall tells me he's a fucking weirdo. You should look it up.
Yeah.
His kid says
Oh,
it
shit.
enough to say, hey, maybe this guy is like a fucking crackpot, fucking crazy, and eventually, so he's probably gonna end up in jail, kind of thing. And like, I'm expecting him to go to jail soon.
Wait, is he with the Daily Wire team or is he with Cracker, George Peterson?
Wait, who's going to jail?
I don't think he's with either now. I think they've distanced themselves from him because of some of the controversy surrounding him.
Wait, did you say you think Jordan Peterson is going to jail?
Hell yeah.
It's kind of amazing how he created this whole industry or business really just off of that one conversation where he's talking about pronoun enforcement with that, you know, progressive liberal Canadian journalist. I mean, you got to give him credit. Like he literally springed off of he's about to lose his position at the university. He resists against pronouns, and in that small little effort, you know, goes forward and creates like $1 billion, you know, communication business basically.
Well, I'm not right. I don't think he's like crazy smart. I think he's just dumb crazy. But I mean, like his like what was it? September, like early summer, September of 2016 becomes really big on the political stage, and you have the idiots going around saying, "Oh, just make your bed and you'll be a successful human being." Like, that doesn't mean you'll be a successful human being. But I mean, his issues around in his own government, the fact that everything he preaches to everybody on stage, he can't practice in his house. His kids are a fucking nutcase and a half. They make the Osborns look like the Harriets or you know, Leave It to Beaver kind of family. I mean, the guy is just a fucking walking joke, and he's done nothing that is original. He's always taken from somebody else and just like tried to repackage it as if it was some of his own fucking ideas. And this is why he ends up deleting his Patreon accounts and deleting his fund accounts and all this other shit, because nobody wants to really get involved with him. So I think he's a joke. And people that quote him or live by him, like fucking idiots that they are, they really are unoriginal themselves. They don't even know where this guy is getting his material.
Wait, are you still talking about George Peterson?
And the comedian that just run over with a truck a few times.
Yeah, but they may not know where his information comes from, but at least he's the first person to give them some of it or get them an insight into, you know, a lot of this historical and important information. I mean, you know, it's only because I'm just saying it, you know, he's got his place in the you could call it like podcast, you know, Olympus or something.
I hear it's and not even like actual intelligence. They just quote Jordan Peterson over and over again, and then think somehow that they're smart. It's like they remind me of the Andrew Tate family, the Tate boys. That's literally all like you hear from them, and I'm kind of laughing at it because when he goes to jail, and it turns out that he was like fingering his little fucking kids. I'm gonna laugh at all these motherfuckers, and I'm not going to let up. I'm Or is a crack 5.5? He fits that mold.
I'm somewhere in the middle. I think that he's done some really good work in his career, and then I think the things that he's very popular over are very basic things. I think Maps of Meaning is something that I think everyone should read. And then 12 Rules, like I read it, and there's some good points to be made, but I think we shouldn't organize our society like lobsters. I think some of the stuff he talks about is just dumb. For whatever reason, he's been able to take important ideas and communicate them to people that wouldn't be able to connect with those ideas. He makes good ideas accessible to less intelligent people. So I feel like he's the smart guy for dumb people.
Okay, Monica, this is your big moment. You know, I think honestly, I'm only really trying to have this conversation because you're such a beautiful and intelligent person who has, you know, done a lot of Jordan Peterson rooms on this app. So, Scarlett, tell us about Jordan Peterson and what he means to you.
I think she's in good text mode.
I don't think she can speak right now, but when she does, we're all in for a treat.
She's getting updated right now. We have that figured out.
You know, whenever I see a guy with hair plugs, and I'm not knocking you if anybody in this room does have, you know, hair grafts or hair plugs, but I can always detect it right away, just like a wig, when you see that perfectly straight hairline, and it just looks like, you know, it's been stitched in. But as a bald man, you know, every time I see somebody with hair plugs, I always question, you know, what kind of person that truly is, because if it doesn't look good and it looks like, you know, it looks terrible, well then you're a fool, because you might as well be bald. But if it looks, you know, pretty good and it's holding in, and I don't know, I find people that are obsessed with, you know.
John, listen, if somebody's got a challenging hairline, and mine's, as I'm aging, is becoming more challenging, you just get a fucking hat. Like, what I do now is I get a skin fade and I wear a fucking ball cap. That's what I do.
Okay, I have a strong opinion on this, and it sounds like a counter opinion, but I actually think that hair plugs on some guys are really great. Like, and I'm talking about the new ones, and I know that there are people who overdo it with like the super straight line. Like, but if you're just adding, like if you're 32 and you're already, you know, everything's gone, or it's going back that the widow's peaks are going to, you know, problematic territory, I've seen some guys fill it in a little bit with the new style, and if they get a good doctor, it's just adding a little bit extra. I put it on the same, like a hair plug for a guy done well is, to me, also the same for a really good nose job on a woman. That can just really change something, and it doesn't mean you're going down the whole cosmetic surgery rabbit hole or anything. I don't know. The few guys I know that have gotten them, and these are like early oldies, and they're pretty young, I think it really boosted their confidence. They look pretty good.
I wish I could go bald. I really do. I have like thick looking hair that will never go away. But I wish I could go bald. It saved me every two and a half, 3 weeks to get a haircut and a shave. What is it? It used to be $20, which was well spent, and then you would leave a tip of another $20, so you spend $40 for the day. It is now $45 just for the haircut without the shave, because thank you fucking COVID. And you no longer get the cup of coffee that you sit down with the barber with. And then I come down to Texas, and everything is ran by Asians, and they are like, oh, do you want your feet done? But they won't give me a fucking shave. I just don't get it. So now I'm really hoping to go bald, and I've done the shave the head thing, it grew back, and it's thicker now more than ever, so I'm not fucking doing that shit. And I had it bald.
Right, just get dreadlocks, right? You gotta wear
I had
Dreadlocks.
braids when I was a kid. I had the fucking braids going down.
Well, I gotta say, as a bald man, not having a barber in my life and being able to shave my head, you know, and do all my beard grooming myself, like, I would hate to have to go to the barber every 2 weeks. What a waste of time.
Well, no, but John, let me explain. So I now do pretty high and tight skin fade, and I still go scissors and scotch downtown Seattle, and you would probably benefit from a place like that more than I do because I don't even drink alcohol. But you get a glass of scotch in the package, and you get a haircut, and you get you get a beard trim. They do a really good job with the beard trim. But the other thing is they'll do and Brad, don't give me too hard of a time on this. They will clean up the nose hairs for me. They'll wax my nose hairs. They'll wax my eyebrows. They'll wax my ears. As you get older, these problems become more prevalent. And so when I get out of there, and you gotta remember, I don't have much hair. Like I got a skin fade, and then my beard is pretty simple, but it's very well manicured. And when I get out of there with tip and everything, every 2 weeks it's $125.
That's what they're going up to. It's just like if you want an extra service, like COVID, like all these policies fucked everything up. And then I'm not knocking the people that are taking the businesses, but like, you don't even get the services that you used to. And good luck finding a barber that's going to give you the straight razor shave, like the old Italian school ones. I don't mean the ones where they flick out a bic or a fucking pair of clippers and do your beard. I'm talking they sit there and do the strap, and then they fucking stroke it across a few times, and then they got that straight razor right around your neck, and you're just sitting there.
Brett, I used to love that experience. When I lived in the Bay, I had a guy that did it, and Dog Breath in Dublin, California. I used to go to get my little straight razor shave, and then I started thinking about it more, and I was thinking, what if the person that got shaved before me with the same razor, what if they had hepatitis or something like that? And I know that you clean these razors, but like if you knew that they had hepatitis, wouldn't that make you feel a little gross?
Yeah, I never thought of that doing it, but I also know that they put it in that like that blue gel or whatever. They put it in something, and then most of the barbers will just like spare it down because you have to heat that up so it's got like hot steam on it because you're not just putting a cold blade to your shoulder or your skin. And they've already like removed the infections from it. I mean, you're also talking to a guy who cauterized his own wounds when he cut his leg out in the field. I stitched up my own self and I just poured whiskey over it, and that was about the first aid kit that I did. I just took a hot iron and just melted it together.
Hey, well, listen, I like, the more you overthink these things, you get like change behaviors, and I'm to the point where I'm ruined even in restaurants. Like, for example, once I started thinking about like all of the gross people that have put forks and spoons in their mouth at a restaurant, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to like eat off of the silverware at a restaurant anymore. And so now like it shapes the way that I order. I'll actually order things that are finger food because I would rather pick up the food with my hand than put one of their filthy fucking forks in my mouth.
You guys do know, like, you're not gonna die from it. I mean, maybe there's a couple diseases out there. If I fed you like fox blood, yeah, I guess you'd die. I mean, you'd have cardiac arrest, or if I gave you the pot plant, I mean, I could throw that on there, and that's like the perfect killer because you're gonna die for at least 8 hours. And then you'll have like a stroke, a seizure, and a fucking heart attack all at once. But I mean, it's just everywhere. Like you go.
All right. Listen, next time you're in a restaurant, look around. Just look at all of the people, specifically people that have like MAGA hats on and like bib overalls, and just think to yourself, the hygiene that's going on in their mouth and how those forks are entering their mouth, and then when you come back a few days later, you might get the same fork that they had.
So let me tell you something. I'll eat fruit that I pick off the trees. I forage. I'll grab berries. I'm fully well aware that there's probably a dog or a deer or a buck or a bird that'll probably have shit or piss on at one point on those plants. So I'll be eating that. Let's take a look. Rodents. Most rodents, especially like squirrels, hamsters, and all that stuff, they rub like urine on their paws so that they can pick up the smell of the trail of where they were going so they don't get lost. This is how your mice and little rats do it. And so, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like, you know what, if it's not going to kill me, I'm not really concerned about it at this time. I mean, you move on.
It's not about whether you die or not. It's the psychological. Like, I want you to next time. I just want you to think about it and see if it ruins it for you the same way that it's ruined it for me. Go find disgusting people in a restaurant and watch them put a fork in their mouth, and then think to yourself how many times you've eaten in that restaurant, and just think that what are the odds you're gonna put the fork in your mouth that went into their mouth.
And God knows the dishwasher works hot as fuck.
I worked in the food service industry as a server for about 10 years. And you might be surprised at the number of people who feel the same way Mojo does, and they would bring their own silverware to eat. And also, Brad, to your point, when I was in college, I had a professor who bragged about eating roadkill sandwiches. So, yeah.
Yeah, I won't I won't do that shit. I mean, that's a little bit excessive. Unless I was to hit it. Like, if I hit a moose on the road, and I'd look over and I'd be like, his bladder broken, his bowels broken. No, alright, well then I'm fucking taking this fucker home. And then we're gonna have medicine. I mean, you know, or whatever.
You think there's a high correlation between people who don't use silverware at restaurants and also don't get experimental Pfizer, Moderna, J&J vaccines?
That's a good one. I gotta ask Scott Jones a question. Scott, do you think you can come by and join, perhaps even co-mod in the rational discussion group? I think that at least Gary. Well, hold on. We need a Trump impression on our stage. We're missing that right now. We don't have somebody that can impersonate Trump. I know. I cannot be Gary. Well, let me tell you the benefits that we offer. We have chat remaining open. You don't have to download the Facebook. And not only that, we're the fastest growing house on all of Clubhouse. Don't we want to be part of something that's growing? I love it.
And serendipity said she'll dance on a pole for you, so there you go.
I'm sure that didn't make
Oh, Scott, here's the main selling point. We actually have attractive women in our house. That is, that's moving the needle. Not to, no point. What if you double dipped? Because we start our rooms at 1:50, and he doesn't start until 1:55. What if you spent your first 5 minutes with us?
That's how you get it.
I hear Roger speaking. That was fantastic. Okay, Roger, let me tell you something about global warming, okay? The only warming is caused by the illegals, okay, when they barbecue the dogs and the cats, that kind. The only heating up is caused by the heating of the dogs and the cats, okay? We love that.
I don't know how to find that clappy emoji, but if I could, that's the one I would use.
I'm gonna ask, Scott, did you write that joke yourself or did you steal it? That is great.
This is something original I came up with. This is stuff I did that you can just do what you said, dude.
Well, that's why we need you. Cause you are quick on your feet, man.
Scott, can you at least do this the next time you're in the critical thinking forum? Can you at least give a mention of the rational discussion? I might do that. Like maybe make it a habit of just going, and you can even be playful and you can talk about how the critical thinking forum is. Yeah, you can. Well, I'd love for you to say how the critical thinking forum is a more elevated room, and then if people are interested in lowbrow content, there's an alternative, or maybe you can just say some very disparaging remarks about the rational discussion group. I would do that. I would welcome it. Yeah. Sounds dirty, but it's open. This is an illustrious stage. It is. I'm telling you, Scott, we have the ladies. We have Nye, we have Dippity, we have Paige, we have Shirley, we have Scarlett, we have Beth. I haven't seen Beth on the stage in a minute. We have Kristen, who is definitely growing on me. We've got them all. We got them all. We have ladies in here. Why are you in rooms where it's like, like men that are over the age of 70?
And Meryl's.
And listen, if I had to critique that room, it's like 15 minutes of just like the most boring shit, and then after that, then it's like, now we're gonna go to Monsef. It's like, it's, you can't possibly find that entertaining stuff.
People love that. It's a hot room.
Monsef?
Mindset?
I
I
wouldn't
love
say
mindset.
hot. I think people just don't have access to rooms.
And now we hand the mic to Monsef.
I thought you were a Gary's fan. You're always very respectful.
I like Gary, but there was a rift, there's a disturbance in the forest. Anson Burlingame doesn't feel comfortable anymore in there. And so Anson helps to lead our discussions in the rational discussion group.
I find it.
I think Anson is a national treasure. He's like the grandfather that you wish you had. And when Anson and Shirley are on the stage, I feel like we're tapping into the classiest people on all of the app.
Gary Baumgarten has a YouTube channel, and it's from like 15, 17 years ago, and it's amazing because it's like recorded on an old Windows. He's screen recording his broadcasts, but I think people like it because it's like, it feels like a news broadcast on Clown House. And I think even by turning the chat off, restricting that feature, really forces you into that conversation. So, I mean, I know.
You have to sit through 15 minutes of Monsef.
Scott, you should definitely come to this room, 5 minutes, 10 minutes prior, or, moderate discourse, and, help warm the room up, and then quickly jump back to Gary's room.
Well, I will say it's becoming the hottest room on all of Clubhouse. It's the fastest growing house, the rational discussion room. In fact, after the second room, it's got over 600 people. 600 people after only 2 rooms. So it's growing at a very, very fast following.
Why don't you pin the link to the room so everybody can join it right now, and then after you join it, go into the house and then click invite people, because yesterday I was inviting people to that house, and all of you right now can also invite your closest friends and contacts to that room or to that house.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think what I'm gonna try to do is get Meryl to come over to the rational discussion group. I think she was exiled by Gary. There's a growing group of people who are exiled. We need to bring Howard, who is like, I think Howard was the heart and soul of the critical thinking forum, and ever since he's been demodded, I think that it's really gone down the shitter. And why is there no chat? Why do you have to download Facebook? There's a chat feature right here in this app. It makes no sense.
Fastest growing house in Clubhouse.
Yeah, it's the fastest growing. And, in only 2 shows, we got over 600 people. Huge. You will see. It takes a while. You got to build up the consistency. The other thing is the discipline, right? Gary's pretty good. He shows up. He opens the room at 1:55, and he starts the room. The content starts at 2 o'clock Pacific time. And so I start my rooms with Anson Burlingame and Moose. Moose also mods in there because he knows it's the superior room. And we opened the room at 1:50. We opened 5 minutes earlier than Gary opens.
And
Right, I think Gary do that chat like that, but it's like a continuous thing. Like it's like once you get in the room, we chat it through. I think like what the podcast, shit, it's like to get to you. I don't think there's no way you're going back and forth to Facebook to that. I think that's what makes sense.
What are the lowlights of going into Gary's room? Is it like for me? It's the mom stuff thing, you know. But for others, it might be somebody else. Oh, David Garcia, that guy. Like if you heard David Garcia in like season 1 of Clubhouse, then you've heard David Garcia in every season of Clubhouse. Like David Garcia might be the most repetitive person on the history of Clubhouse.
Are you here?
I think I know who you're talking about. Is this the dude with the deep voice and the commanding authority?
Yeah, he's always talking about the average American doesn't have $1,000 for a single emergency. That's his line. He's been saying. Him and Aaron Fisher have been saying those things. They've been repeating that line for 4 years. It's like they're.
You know, Aaron, you mean the guy who discovered that he was Jewish descent only October 8th on Clubhouse?
That's not true.
That's not true, Brad. No.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt. Our friend Scott has a podcast that he runs on Facebook. Go over to Facebook, start, watching his, listening to podcasts, and
Shirley, we're all too young for Facebook.
well, I know, but some of us aren't. But if you support him on Facebook,
Shirley, you plugging Facebook is exactly the reason why nobody's gonna fucking go over there. It's a demographic thing. It's a demographic thing. Look,
I understand.
Scott
You're plugging Scott.
So Scott has an open invitation to show up to the Rational Discussion Group every day, weekdays, at 5 o'clock Eastern. And he can come in and he can bring his terrible Trump impersonations to our space anytime he wants. We will welcome him.
Aaron hates that. He hates it. He hates God.
I don't think he hates him. I don't
Well,
think
it's
he...
an impression of Trump.
Well, it is the worst impression of Trump that anyone's ever heard in their life. But we do like Scott. Do you think passing the mic to somebody and letting them drone on for 15 minutes about a topic that they haven't done a lot of research on, does anybody think that that's good entertainment?
No. I don't know. If I go there now, exactly.
Well, and then they don't allow pushback either. Like, you have people that'll get up there and they'll make the claim that ICE agents are getting paid a commission for every deportee they have. And they make these claims, and then you're not even allowed to, like, push back. And where is Gary? Where is his journalistic integrity to say, hey, that's not true?
I'm not sure. Gary runs this room when he wants to do it, as we all do. But I do notice that the conservatives get very undone by Gary. I find that interesting. So I go there sometimes for that dynamic to unfold live. It's fascinating.
It's because Gary sits there and then spews dumb shit, usually incorrect shit about conservatives. So when the conservatives say something like a captain or some other one that comes up on stage, or even someone in the middle of the road like Roger, you have Gary do this stuttering fucking old monkey man fucking bullshit that he does, spewing it, and then he raises his voice and thinking somehow or another he's the voice of reason and imperial facts, and then he's mostly wrong. And anybody that has TDS, he's a clear example of that. He keeps going on. He's anything anti-Trump and Republicans while screaming he's independent, which anyone with like fucking 2 seconds of listening to him will realize that he's not. And he's just as bad as Merrill. Both are screeching fat old hoes that should have probably been dead a long time ago. Too bad COVID
Like, it's just, you know, they, like James said, they run it the way they want to run it. And I think some people like that rather than talking over people, you know, it's just, you know, everyone gets their opportunity to say their thing. I think they come on Wednesday for that, and I think they also, you know, chat with each other on Facebook, and it's something that's been going on for a while. I think it's sweet, you know, you get to hear people's perspectives, and, you know, if it leans one way or the other, I don't really care.
But he does cut off everybody.
Okay, Fred, I'm talking. I'm backing you up,
Okay, so you interrupted me and you say you're talking.
Yeah,
Okay.
talking over you. Okay.
See, again, I don't need the fat, obese, fucking blue-haired twit. The fucking Chinaman.
Not me. Not me.
I'm talking.
I don't care if you're talking. You cut me off.
Well, now I'm going to talk.
Somehow thinking, oh, I'm talking, then you spoke
Oh,
up.
somebody. There was Shirley.
I don't give a fuck what you have.
It's Miss Shirley. Jesus.
Okay, you're being a little wackadoodle. Okay, I was gonna say, even though
Hey,
Brad
I'm
has a
talking.
harsh,
You should just be shush. You like how that feels?
hey, hon, what I was
Honey,
saying.
I'm not your fucking son. I'm not your fucking husband. We wouldn't be married. Don't fucking hum.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my sentence.
Well,
What I was going to say was, even though Brad has a harsh way of saying things, he absolutely does describe what Gary does. He brings up, for instance, me. I give my opinion. He puts me in the goo, and then he talks down to me like I'm a retarded grandmother. And it's not nice. Okay, there was what I was gonna say. Yeah, no, I totally understand if that's your experience. I haven't seen that, so I'm sorry that much.
Brad, do you think that? Oh, go ahead, Jay.
Pardon me, John. Pete, would you do me a favor real quick and let everybody know that I don't have blue hair. Brad has miscast me on this app for 4 years. I'm kind of tired of
You
it.
could be a man for all I care. You think I'm giving down?
You
No, I
absolutely don't have blue hair, and you're very lovely.
Okay, so she's a fat white woman who hides her feelings in Oreos and
I
brunch
don't
cake
get
and
this.
makes
I
fun
got
of
that.
What is
like
I'm a
anything else.
lifeguard, Brad. I'm a lifeguard.
I get it. You're a life coach. I don't really fucking care.
A lifeguard, Schmuck.
Okay,
I really don't get
Hold
this.
on. I don't know what's happening. Hold on, everyone. What's going on here?
Not a life coach, idiot.
Let's Joe, I didn't text you, by the way. Hold on. We could get along, but this is not one of those spaces where everybody, like, just disagrees for disagreeable's sake. Let's be nice to each other. Let's talk about it.
I agree.
I mean, I was talking, and then I had to go by the Jericho complete fucking lady, and then I had fucking Shamu, who is more of an orca than a fucking actual
Stop
human
it,
being.
Brad.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not gonna
fine.
make
So
that you
nobody went
interrupted
said or did
somebody.
anything to you today. I don't get this.
Your blood pressure is getting low.
Yeah, you seem a little off.
Come here, I got
Call your mom.
for you my family. Here.
You know, sometimes.
Real men know how to control their anger, Brad. Real men know how to control their anger.
Yeah, instead of faggot fucking pussies that live in Canada and make perfume and then somehow think
You
they're
just
bad.
showed your weakness.
I don't give a shit. Again, a lot of you should have been aborted. I really
What a
do. A lot of
job.
you COVID should have taken care of.
Why not?
You were bad. You guys did not. You
Sorry.
had Jane. You should have been fucking, I don't know, passed out. I mean, dude, Canada, no one gives a fuck what you have to say, dude.
Calm down, Brad.
Why are you being so mean today?
Well, let's all take the deepest breath of the day because you are in the muff. Don't forget your environment. What do you smell when you're in the muff?
Everybody's got super feelings that you need to be cuddled with a fucking teddy bear and a fucking puppy and kitten because God forbid rainbows and Skittles don't fall in their fucking laps. Fucking morons. Like, holy shit. Who gives a, Gary's a fucking old twat who has.
Thank you so much for doing this. Yeah, Brad. You sound better on me. And Brad, you need to get some sex. I've told you this before.
Hey,
You
porn.
I think Gary is Brad. Ladies, the gerbil, Brad.
You know, Point, you're a real jerk, Point. You're coming in. No, you should kick Point from the room. Point is a Jew-hating, racist bigot. Point. Are you in the bunker in Tel Aviv rubbing your booty with an IDF soldier right now, Point? You racist, Point. You're a racist bigot and a Jew hater. All the Jew hate rooms you go into, how many days are you gonna go into Amir's room and other Jew hate rooms and spew your Jew hate, Point? You're sick, Point. You need to go see a psychiatrist or something, Point, and tell him about your Jew hate and why you hate the Jews so much, Point.
Move down. Which twat waffle? Which fucking cum stained fucking cow moved me down? Oh, it must have been Monica, Beth, Kristen. Which one were you? Lopez? I mean, what are you fucking Oh, really? Again, I guess the heffalumps have a fucking problem, right? You want me to call out your feelings on it? You got the Jane. Jane, when's the last time you saw a vagina or a dick in your life? Like, nobody is coming there.
Wow.
I mean, you're a cat lady in a rocking chair that's just waiting to get died.
Wow.
Is the only
Okay, so I can go on.
Jerry has
As I said,
They were lying. They figured this in the back. But there's a you're right about that. They decided to charge him and optically was to get
Like that's like when you try to be creative in this world is what sort of creative so it's hard because I only allow for people with AIDS to fucking take in his fucking nut.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, no white on white violence in the month, please. No white on white violence in the month.
I think people just come here for the dopamine every morning.
There are so many rooms that do this, so if you guys want to do that, that'd be great. But please don't do that here.
Hey,
I would like to make this clear. I did not move you, Brad. Okay, it was not moved. Thanks.
Hold on, what was that? I'm going to stay out of white folks' business today. I said I'm going to be the spooky on the board. I'm going to stay out of it, but y'all leave Brad alone, okay? Leave.
I can go through this stage. We can go through and pack one up. You got a fucking crazy cat fucking lady down there that's like, oh, I'm just nobody. I hate Trump. I'm just a fat cow who looks like I have herpes for her face.
No,
Like,
Brad,
I mean, then you got Jane. Like, who's next? Who wants it? You want the fucking faggot from Canada? Or how about Scott? You want me to go on Scott, the creepy fucking minister that's talking about sex all day long? Do you want me to go on that road?
Brad, for you. Wait a minute, Brad.
We're not doing that,
Let's
Brad.
not attack the ladies too hard. I am pro-woman, so let's not attack the ladies too hard. But I gotta
You
say
want me
something.
to leave dude alone, the Canadian cuck?
But if y'all give Brad a hard time, ladies, he's got the right to kind of to snap back, okay? So
I agree, my mic is open. It's fine.
Yeah, we know you're always open. The problem is no one's putting that fucking hole closed. Like, no one is
Brad,
looking
don't ask
at
me for all my nudes. Yeah, Brad, stop. Get out of my back channels. And don't ask me for nudes again. Have some respect. Have some respect and decency.
Yeah, I doubt anybody's asking for nudes from you. I bet you're trying to give them away for free. People are like, yeah, I'll pass.
Stop. What are you doing? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
stay in my back channels, Brad. You sound like you're backed up sexually.
Point
Yeah,
what?
Kitover is the one that keeps trying to put Valentine's Day cards to fucking nursery schools. Like, he sounds like one of those guys.
So let me get this
People are
straight.
just addicted to anger.
So let me get this straight.
And then here you go, you got the Canadian cuckold up here who's gonna sit there and try to act like a tough guy, when reality is 120-pound fucking herpes syphilis fuck.
Yeah. So
Why are you muting me? First off, I was talking. Why is your fat ass muting me? You can't even obey your own fucking rules? Like, what is the problem? We need to roll.
okay.
We need to roll you in flour and find the wet spot. Is that the fucking problem?
We need
hold
to
on,
know.
Brad. Hold on. One mic on.
Wait. I was talking and the cunt state actually fucking interjected.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
so
you muted, and then
what-
she was probably the one that moved me down
Oh,
and all
we
that
can
shit.
do this all day long.
I can do this all day. You know why? Because I have the day off. My meeting schedule's clear. I can
Hold
do
on,
this
Brad.
day.
One of the rules of the house, Brad, don't interrupt the mod. So one mic on Christian, please, sir.
So I was just wondering if that was something that we're going to do today. Yeah, so what happened was Shirley and Brad started talking at the same time. And then there was like some kind of to-do about who talked first. And those two things kind of happened, and then you got angry, and then you said some really unkind things about Shirley, and that's not going to happen.
like
She
pass
didn't
off
hurt
like
you.
Golden Girls. I don't
She
give a
didn't
fuck.
say. She
I don't
didn't
give a
say
fuck. So wait,
that's
I
true.
have to be kind to a fucking racist, bigoted old fucking dust mouth. But somehow or another, she can cut up and go, I'm speaking and talk down, and I'm supposed to somehow add that. No, fuck that. I would have slapped her back like she should have been.
Okay, so let me explain to you what happened.
One mic.
I don't want you to explain what happened. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is on what happened. I know what happened. I was there. You want to run your fucking life?
Get rid of him.
Or get rid of Jane. Like she should have been deported. She's pro-abortion. Run her over. Rape her daughter in the fucking river. I don't give a fuck. She's
We're calling ice on Brad right now. Hold on.
No, we are not. No. Fred, oh Lord, I think I'm gonna take Roger's advice. I know he said take your own silverware, but I think I'm gonna walk through the restaurant I'm about to go to and lick everybody's silverware. And see if they continue to eat off of it.
Down Patrol starts with a Celsius. Helps rough, baby.
Here, just try out your silverware.
Wait, I got a question for the mods, for Nye up there. What do you think about Point? Why does this Jew hater white guy who pretends to be a black woman on this app get a pass? Look at that PTR. Do you think it's cool that he uses a white guy who is, you know, trans, Free Palestine activist? Do you think it's cool that Point uses the photo of a black woman?
John, please.
I'm just asking. Do you think it's cool? I don't think it's cool.
No, I don't. No, I've experienced Point in other spaces. I've been told that Point is either a method actor or a troll. We're not sure. I know Point is a character, like many of us on social media, especially this app. So, yeah, this is a mild version of Point. I've not heard Point spewing any anti-Semitic rhetoric in other rooms. I've not heard it. I'm not, defending Point in any way, but I'm used to Point's. I've gotten used to Point's shenanigans.
Just ask Point, her or his opinions on Free Palestine, and you'll get exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm asking you, it's probably a white guy who is a homosexual who's using the photo of a black woman. How does it make you feel as a black woman knowing that a white gay guy is, essentially LARPing and co-opting your identity?
Why do you have on a yellow scarf, John? Why do you have on a yellow?
Why do you have on a blackface? Why are you doing blackface?
Wait, Point, if you are a white gay guy, why are you using a black woman's PTR to troll people on social media? Inquire.
So you just, John, formulate a question to me? That would make
No,
you
I'm just asking.
I don't know, John. You're asking stupid shit based on a guy with a yellow stripe on his head who gets no ass from women. And then Brad is in my back channels asking for nudes. So what kind of show are you running here?
Why are you drawing blackface,
that I would
Point?
be in your back channel asking for views would be the same likelihood that I would take Monica and on any fucking stage. Like the idea that I would take the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and wrap it up in fucking chocolate, that's Monica for you. Nor do I give a fuck what Kristen thinks, nor do I give a fuck what the Jeremy Hustle thinks. Fucking surely does. I don't give a fuck what Dude, and I sure as hell know Jane looks like a dog's ass shave that's tough to walk backwards. That we know she looks like, because I can see her fucking PTR from here. So, again, you guys want to go? Let's go. Let's play it. Stop playing this fucking game all day long.
Okay, wait. Pause. We have one crisis. We're working on one crisis at a time, Brad. Crisis number one. Point. Are you a white gay man cosplaying as a black woman, or
It's
a
a
black
white
man?
guy that's been doing this for years.
Somebody in the chat says you're actually a black dude. So which is it?
One mic on Point. Yeah, what's wrong? Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm a model and a TV actress, and I'm on a lot of TV shows, and I know you people are jealous because I'm on TV. And you're not, and Brad, you need to stay out of my back channels asking for nudes. Just because I'm on TV doesn't mean you can ask me for nudes. Have some decorum, right? And the guy with the yellow scarf? I don't even know you stupid ass.
Hey, stupid ass. Take your blackface and your fucking anti-Jew, your Jew hate rhetoric.
Why do you talk like that? Why do you talk like
Because why do you talk like this? You're doing the same thing that I'm doing, and we're both white guys. I'm just not gay. You're gay. And you're doing blackface. You're culturally appropriating blackface. It's racist. You're a racist.
Hold on. So we have now established that Point is a guy. Race doesn't matter, but Point, I think you're giving yourself away. You are a male, black or white, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I actually care. But
Somebody gives a fuck what you think on Clubhouse is a free app, and that's why you're doing it. Because you're a loser on a free app. Trying to
say that word.
You're projecting. Projection alert. Projection alert. Projection alert. You're projecting. You're projecting. You're not black. You're a white guy who's gay, and you're co-opting a black woman. It's racist. It's sexist. It's bigoted. And I'm not transphobic. I'm not transphobic. Stop it.
Thank you.
Stop accusing me of being transphobic.
I muted everyone so we can have some
Thank you.
So, quell the chaos, please.
Hey, man, let me tell you, it's fascinating.
Nobody interrupt Hakima. That's one of the rules of the house. Go ahead, King.
Now, it's just fascinating to hear John and Point talk at the same time. For years, I thought that John was Point. And I'm still not sure. I think he might be talented enough to pull them both off at the same time. I'm still not sure. But
Is this why you were accusing me of being a closet racist? I'm not a closet racist. I'm a closet trans.
You see, one of the things that I like about In the Month is that this room is one of the few rooms on this app that attracts a cast of characters. And whether we agree with these people and their points of view and like them or not, I find them quite entertaining. And then y'all boot them off the stage. So I am not going to get involved because I don't want no.
Yeah, no, it's just a fat heffalump there. You got Ann, who's shown her pussy to more guys on this app than anybody else. I'm fucking even only to Ann. You've got, let's see, who else is up there?
No, we're not gonna be nice.
Oh yeah, I can be.
And you can get rid of do that now. Hold on, ladies. Can I just say something to my fellow folk people? Can we not have a stage full of like-minded, liberal, progressive weirdos, please? Can we have diverse speakers and diverse thoughts and diverse ideas and provocative?
Hold on a second. Who threw down Brad because he went to the audience and I don't want. So
we got rid of John and we got rid of Brad. No, John's back.
You got rid of John and Brad?
No, I didn't get rid of anybody. I thought I saw John and Brad were moved, but I see John is back.
Yeah, I'm up
I
there.
didn't move them. I'm not gonna call out any put a spotlight on any mod and say who did this,
You got James' friend there, Kristen, and you got probably Beth or maybe Ann.
I have no friends other than Scott Jones.
Yeah, I know. I wish you would still take that road with us.
No friends with Scott Jones.
Then it would save the world a fucking climate change problem.
So
We get rid of that carbon dioxide off of you.
Why are we
It's
not here?
So again, and you got Kristen with her fucking like giddy laughs. And again, I mean, we could go through this. I can play this game all day long. Like I got 4 years of material here. Who are you gonna do? You bring that grow up and try to defend you? That guy is a cinch for fucking every woman who's been trying to go through. I've been doing one, Mike. We can't get the fat heffalumps off of it.
We can't continue. So
Yeah, you can't continue because you keep opening your mouth.
that Brad can't think or respect other people unless they are.
Okay, I don't have to respect you. I don't really give a fuck what you think.
Read the rules, Kristen. Read the rules. I think we need to read our rules.
And I don't have to respect you either, Brad. So.
There you go. All right, then shut the fuck up. Why you keep talking at me? Or about because you have a problem. So here you go. Nobody is going to left aside and ride the way they. I am not. I'm not interested.
Okay, let's do a room reset. Yeah, go ahead, Kristen. Let's just kind of move on. Go ahead, Kristen.
Wait a minute, I do want to say this. So, the fact that you've attacked everybody, it's not just me. You've attacked everybody, and for some reason you think that's okay, and that's just not okay. I really like what you have.
Okay. You had no problem throwing my name out of your fucking mouth, but now you want to cry victim? Fuck you. Fuck the whore that you fucking want to be. I don't don't really give a shit about your feelings.
Okay. Yeah,
Can I
never
just
threaten me, Brad.
Okay, wait, hold
You
on.
sound a little
Hold on,
triggered right now, Brad.
Brad, can I just say, Brad, please, Brad,
Brad sounds triggered.
respectfully, I mean this respectfully, I want no smoke or beef with Brad. Brad,
Yeah, me
do you think that maybe as a man, a very masculine alpha male, that it's not a good look to argue with?
Hey, I'm back to wife beating, man. I think we should just like be able to knock women's teeth down their throats and then just slap it in. Like, let's bring it back.
Jesus Christ, Brad.
I think you need to smoke today.
Oh my God.
It's okay that you
Somebody
think that.
might need to come
I'm
to
not
John's Zen room today and read some Zen.
Brad, where are the bodies?
I don't need to worry about Zen. What I need to do is I don't need fat fucking little wanna.
Yeah. So one of the rules of the room is that we don't threaten violence.
Where are the bodies buried, Brad?
I think Brad.
has never threatened me.
I think
ever.
Brad really goes high on the dopamine. I don't know. You know, see, this is the funny thing is, if you're going to accuse people of being performative actors, you know, and not consider that what Brad is doing is performative art and it's literal, he's got you. Like, you know, that's gaslighting. But
look at Point. Look at Point. Point is a white guy who pretends to be a black woman and says all kinds of horrible things all the time.
Why do you do that, Point? And you know, if you're a black woman, don't you find this insulting?
I'm calling the police. Operator, can you send the police over here? Brad is on meth again. And the other guy with the yellow headscarf, the little bitch named John, is asking me for nudes. Asking me for nudes in my back channels. Yep.
I never called you.
Came out when you said bitch.
Point, what was it like being in the bunker?
Why does your fat ass sit there keeping Monica, the two of you, the two biggest cum stains and Rex on this fucking ass? You couldn't even pay prisoners after a life sentence to come fuck either of you. So why are you shut the fuck up and follow your own rules? I don't give a fuck. You keep moving people down or out of the rooms because they offend you and you're fucking mindless, midwit, fucking low-level IQ. You're retarded. Like, you really get that. You're fucking a retarded fucking person. You have very little to say, and you think somehow you laugh and you giggle that somehow you're adding to the conversation. You're like salt on salted pork. It's not going to do anything better. Except you are the fucking pig. Like, again, you and Monica are the same. Just fat cows that want attention, and the only place you can get it is in Clubhouse. Because you go to Twitter Spaces, you get packed up and shred. You get packed up
Are we in chillism or the month? I'm not sure.
Hey, you know what? If they want to open their mouths and come, and then they want to act like they're the victims, I'm going to make them the victims. I'm going to make them the bitches they are. The little cunts that they want to be, they can get.
I want to know who keeps on breaking.
And Monica, keep muting and keep fucking moving me down. You just have no problem fucking running your flap and your fucking cunt like a gun.
Threaten people and.
I didn't threaten anybody, bitch. But I'll tell you what, here's what I can do. I can say this every time you speak. I'm just gonna go, Jesus Christ, this is a house.
Wow, it sounds like the teacher left the room and everybody's acting up.
Well, I called the police. They'll be here in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, the police will be here. I called them.
You're so annoying, Point, honestly.
Where's Roger? Roger's not here. I'm in the top. Okay, y'all bring this bullshit to order because every time y'all start talking, I'm gonna play the Game of Thrones theme. Okay? House Brad, House Scarlet, House Kristen, House Shirley, House Nine, the Queen of Dragons. Let's bring this to order until the King, Roger Mojo, returns to his house.
Yeah, can we have a regular topic? I don't know how we got this far off well, but...
You know how we got here.
Akima, no, I literally was brushing my teeth and I came back.
Welcome, Jane, to the Brad Show.
Okay, that was
Because we have fat, fucking crusty women whose fucking vaginas, or I should say collection boxes, have more cobwebs than they've seen fucking dick. They haven't been fucking moist in 50 fucking years. Except for Anne's, like hers is all over Clubhouse. So the
vagina, please. Please answer.
I mean,
Let's
again, I can play this game because it's hit for tat that like
I would like
your headphones wanted to gang up on and try to like throw someone there because it's Shirley. Then it's like fucking really.
Okay, hold on. One mic on
I would
Kristen,
love
please.
to have your.
One mic on Kristen. One mic on Kristen. Go ahead.
Oh yes, here you go, Hepala. Please give us your pearl of wisdom.
KK, so Brad is having a crash out, and it would be awesome to have your assistance.
I am not his mom, so why are you not, as a female, talking to him and trying to find a resolution? Why am I like, no, I'm not Brad.
Yeah, she's just his internet girlfriend. What do you want her to do?
So the guy who goes around calling women whores, whose wife is going to Africa for 6 months on a missionary fucking effort, who's gonna come back wider than the Grand Canyon. Like, come on. Look, I've got all of it right here.
Big black dick?
She's gonna get a lot of dick. Missionary, 69. She's gonna come back wider, and then
Didn't you get a double one? And now you're gonna get a new one?
Can you share with me what has been problematic or what was in the...
I don't think we have to replay it, KK.
Okay, well, I'm not...
Go ahead, then. Since you wanted to bring her in, go ahead, Kristen. Go on, tell her.
Brad, I can't speak over you, sir. It's too early, all right? I'm sorry, I'm asking because obviously it was a concern because another female brought me into it. I just entered the room, so why would I be telling Brad what to do when I have no idea what is going on? But if you don't want to have that conversation, that's fine. But going forward, if there's an issue with Brad, would you be so kind not to immediately, ask me to shut him, save him, or whatever? Thank you.
Yeah, Brad's wife is getting banged by Africans. Again.
Yeah, I did not have 2 kids from them, so there you go, boy.
My wife is getting banged by Africans? My wife. Oh, so
That's
you're
what they said, yeah, Brad, that's what they said. That's what everyone was told me.
My wife.
Yeah, everyone
She's going.
told me.
All right, we got this one. So let's
Look at this reading
Why am I
news message
getting-
from Canada Congressman John
Yeah,
Kitover.
I just muted the entire stage because everybody's talking over each other and arguing and centering Brad. I just wish, we could just find another topic, stop arguing. If y'all got beef with Brad, if Brad's got beef with the ladies, can y'all please open up another room and just have at it?
I would just like to reiterate that I believe that Clown House is actually a barbecue party. And so the awesome thing about roasting an entire room is you also roast yourself. But, thank you, Brad, because I think you're one of the greatest pot stirrers and, performative artists on this app. And the fact that you can draw in so many people into this emotional tornado, I think that it speaks volumes for your strength and capacity for stirring the pot and making a great barbecue party.
I think Brad gives meth a bad name. Meth.
The way that you can switch between both voices on both of the clowns is amazing.
That's not me. That's not me. I'm not a gay. I'm not a white gay guy. I'm a gay. Wait a minute. I'm a heterosexual white conservative male.
Let's settle this right now. Point and Brad and John come off the mic and say something at the same time. Let's see.
Why do I need to say anything at all?
Not Brad. I didn't mean Brad. I mean John.
Listen, I will whistle Mozart. While Point sings to you Free Palestine.
You better ask Keegan because again, Keegan's the cock in the back.
Okay, Point. Wait, hold on.
Revolution.
No, now I want to hear from Point. Point, you go now. No, I want.
Point is live streaming my YouTube channel into the phone. You little freak show, Point.
See, did you hear the reverberation? That means you have another sound, and it's the sound is messing it up.
Oh wow, Point can actually whistle.
Wait, Point and John are the same person?
Yes.
Yeah,
No, we are not. Listen, you can go to my YouTube live right now, you schmucks. You can look at my bald head on YouTube and you can determine whether or not I am this gay white guy pretending to be a black female preaching free Palestine all the time, you schmucks.
Yeah, I heard it. What I call Clubhouse is the barbecue, just trying to switch the conversation a little bit lighter, please. I call Clubhouse Las Vegas at like 2 a.m. Everyone gets in the exact same elevator. You know, people come
But
in
you know
and
what you
out.
came here for.
But you already know, like, it's Las Vegas at 2 a.m. So you're going to all different levelness of fucked upness, and then you just have to tolerate each other until you decide to actually leave the elevator. So that's how I describe it.
Yeah, KK, we've already done in 2021, the Vegas trip in February. Yeah, you don't want to get in that elevator with Clubhouse meetups.
Yeah, business in Vegas is down 40%. Business in Vegas is down 40%. And Brad's dad on my back channel was asking me for nudes, you little freak.
No, John, nobody gives a shit. I get it. You can't figure out what you are. You're standing on Instagram.
Definitely don't call me John, Brad. That is point. That is a gay black man who is preaching free or a gay white man who is pretending to be a black woman preaching free Palestine all the time.
Then tell us who it is then.
How the fuck do I know who random people are on the internet, Brad?
Recordings of every room.
Yeah, I've recorded point a lot. Listen, go to my YouTube right now. You can confirm it's not me.
I know. I have heard you, and you actually like record a lot of point, which is just you. It's yourself.
I don't think you understand, Brad. I have 15 phones pointing at my face right now. Go to my YouTube, and as I'm talking, we can get point off of his mic, and you can confirm that this bald dome talking to you through a phone is not point.
We saw that last night, and you were saying some guy was a sexual predator against children, which was really disturbing, even if it's true or not.
What?
Without any, come on, don't act new.
Don't act new. What are you talking about?
Monica,
She's talking about that room from yesterday where Normal came in and gave us a little play-by-play.
Yeah.
And Mojo was asking you why you didn't have any receipts, why you weren't recording that room.
Because I'm in the Mojo experience. You know what the greatest response is to all of your stupid accusations is that I live stream myself in my office nonstop. Feel free to go to the YouTube to see what you're actually thinking or talking about.
well, that's illegal, but then there's that. So just remember, just look at the chat. Monica, you're not the boss of me. I will block whoever I want. If you're a racist towards me, I will block you. You will never leave my block. If you are questioning that, I will show the fucking receipt. So then there's.
So you moved her out of the room. You fucking fun. I can have the chat with Roger on that one because that one.
It is wild today in the month. Oh my word, what is going on?
I don't know who keeps moving people, but I think you need to reevaluate your life.
Yeah, someone modded me for a reason, so I'm sorry for that. I haven't been disruptive. You all have been coming and asking me, and then now you guys are playing little games, and that's disappointing. And then also, people are complaining about Brad calling women names. I get it. He can be harsh sometimes. But you're complaining that he called you a cunt, but were you one? Have you continuously been one? Have you been attacking that his wife is deceased? Have you been saying
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much.
Beth is in the audience. Beth, I'm bringing you back up. KK's moved. Her hands raised. I'm just gonna bring her back up. Listen, I'm like Canada, ladies, my fellow mods. I'm not, I don't move anybody. I don't want to cause any problems. But
well, look who's modding with you, and you can see where the problem is. They don't like the truth, so there you go. And listen, if you want, I'll share the fucking receipts. I don't have any problem. But when you fuck around,
They boomed the room. They boomed the room. Somebody couldn't take the heat. I'm sure it was Monica. Monica's good at doing that. All right, I hope you enjoyed the Brad show. This is the campaign to elect John Kitover.
Potentially coming up against some of these regulations that you're putting in place?
Can I say something regarding the title?
Yeah.
I think, what's it? Zionism is more stupid because they heard the truth, they seen the truth, and then they reject the Messiah.
Organization of equity securities takes hold. I mean, that really will ultimately
So
be up to the market.
it's one thing if you're going off a lie, but it's one thing if you've seen the truth in great detail, and then you get turned around and just reject it.
Wait, so
Like, how do you go from the Egypt and then the water's getting parted, and then you go out and build a building camp?
Girl,
That's
I
just
know you did
stupidity.
not just start this.
are you claiming that all of Judaism is...
Yeah, y'all get up here. All of you. I'm sending invites. I'm sorry, my phone's working slow.
Decide. So really,
Everybody keeps moving. I keep trying to get Kima and he keeps bouncing.
Oh, how will the future for them look?
Hello?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
I invited you,
you know, like
Kima.
the situation in the West Bank.
Oh, there we go.
Like, they don't
John,
have
I invited you
citizenship.
too.
They just being governed by another state.
Wow, that last room was insanity.
Yeah, that was too much.
Y'all should just kick them. Y'all should just he didn't deserve to say all the shit he was saying.
Yeah, I just don't like kicking people, and plus I don't know, I don't like booting people unless they're absolutely insane and disruptive. And I get it. Some of y'all might be like, he was being insane and disruptive and very disrespectful. I understand, but I feel like that is who he is. I'm not making excuses, and I'm not. Thank God, Mojo.
I will open a good
Please don't leave again, Mojo. Please.
That room was a shit show. I just could not partake anymore.
Monica had to boom the room.
But I have to say, like, if there's people going to disrespect the rooms, the rules, like, that's not okay. So I don't care who you are, if you're going to be disrespecting the rules, then you have to go. And characters or otherwise, things like that is just, that's the whole reason why there are rules. So I really like Brad. I haven't seen him freak out like this before. And for him to lash out like that is really surprising. But that if that's the main cause, that it doesn't matter who you are if you're freaking out, it's not okay.
Well, it's we just were not going to get control of.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of times, like, and it was unnecessary. We had a good room going. It was a kind of big room. Like, that was unnecessary. Like, he should have got kicked out the room a long time ago.
Well, he did. He did get kicked. He just put.
No, out the room. Not until the new get kicked out the room.
Well, sometimes people just need a timeout.
Well,
okay, but somebody kept on bringing him up to the stage, and that's the thing when.
Well, when you have 20 mods, the thing of it is, I try to respect Mojo's rules, and Mojo's rules are like, if Mojo wants to kick somebody, Mojo can kick somebody. I can move people down. I can mute, the stage, but like I try to respect whatever the house leader, what I know is kind of what their trend is. And Mojo is typically not a remove from the ring kind of guy.
I think that the United Kingdom
so, I want to be respectful of the fact that it's his house, but when a room gets to that point, like, your best bet in that case is just to quit giving them an audience. You just have to leave. Like, there was, that room got a little crazy yesterday, and we got it under control just fine, but when it gets to the point that it got to, you just, you just can't, get control of it. Like, at that point, your only option is to leave.
Like, he had some kind of reason for being upset, and I get it, but he had no reason. Like somebody came to describe what happened Christmas is Brad, and then Shirley and Brad started talking to the exact same thing. And he just refused to, like, I don't know, and she wasn't even mean to him. She just did what Shirley do, like, I'm gonna finish. And she always say that. And so, like, to go off on her and everybody else, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know what I did to get thrown down. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. That's the first in Clubhouse, but all right.
Well, but again, that's another problem when you have 50 mods too. Nobody knows who does what. That was actually one of the things that I liked about that I saw potential in with Chatter was that if you added people in your room, it did create a log of like who did what. So there was never a question about it.
Exactly. That's why I hate mod, because then it's like I will follow the rules, and then when people have an issue, then it's like, okay, who was the bad person? And then it's like I didn't. Oh my God! Like the whole childish throw somebody down because you don't like what they're saying. It's not because I don't like what they're saying. It's because you're not following the rules. It's pretty easy, you know.
Yeah.
It's just. And I mean, there's so many other rooms. So. Yeah, and I was gonna leave until the room then got bombed. But,
Oh, and I don't know who modded KK. I have no clue.
Not me. That was a strategic thing that I did because I wanted to see if Brad was going to social experiment. I was going to see to what extent Brad's crash out was going to be. And if he was insulting all of the women on stage, and I wanted to see if he was going to insult KK as well, and how bad his crash out was, because I really wanted to see how.
That's his online girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah, they want to insult her. Like, she was gonna feel him. That's all she was gonna do.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted, and that's what I wanted to see as well. Oh, sorry.
I mean, they have phone sex about once a week on the side.
So that's.
Go ahead, Ann.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, no, saying, no, like, horrible social experiment.
Well, the whole thing was going to, yes, but the thing is, if people are not adhering to the rules and the mods are not adhering to the rules, I'll play my own game. And if you're going to fuck with me and you're going to insult me and I'm not allowed to bring people down to the goo, I'll play my own game.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's just that's why I just had to leave because if you enjoy watching people crash out, I guess, hey, yeah, it's a good time.
No, I don't enjoy it.
I don't personally enjoy watching people crash out. So when it gets to that point, and I just feel like, yeah, there's just not anything you can do to control the room. You don't know who's doing what or when or why or how. I'm just like, yeah, I'm out. Peace out.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I gotta say, when I compare that room to reading a book,
Go ahead, John.
I prefer, listening to an audiobook versus listening to, See, the thing is, for somebody who's never been in a room like this, like, a lot of people here have all these prior connections and prior communications that's like in their head. So that was a Brad roast. Like, he roasted the room in a Brad way. It's very aggressive roast, but in the process, you self roast. So this app is like a training simulator for anger management for the listener, for the speakers, for the primary speaker, because like that was the Brad show. Like, he was the center of attention. So I wonder if he'll go back and watch the YouTube clip or the other Clown House room called The Brad Show and listen to himself. I don't think he will. But congratulations, you all helped Brad create his dopamine this morning. Isn't that sweet of you?
John, question for you, because you're so into the psychological aspect of this app. John, do you think it's healthy what Brad is doing, even though yes, he's getting a dopamine hit? Is this more like drug related, almost an addiction?
Here's the thing. I can appreciate where you're going with the psychological evaluation, Dio, but Brad's not in the room, and I don't want to make this room as bad as that room was because of us doing the same thing. and he's not here. He's not here to defend himself. So I think that we can best serve each other. Like, if you want to have the conversation about the psychological talk, we can do that if that's what you guys want to talk about. Or if we want to pick, Monica's got a glowingly fabulous topic in the title, we can go with the title topic of conversation, but let's just leave names out of it. We all know who's who.
Is Monica Scarlett?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's, I don't know. I didn't know until today it was confirmed that KK and Brad are a thing, and I just stand for stupid shit. So I don't know. And I don't know until people reveal who they are. And that's why I did that. Everybody was being attacked. That's not okay. And even one of the mods was supporting the fact of bringing that back up on the stage, and was promoting that, was going against the rules of the house, and frankly abusing their mod privileges.
I'd like to play a brief clip from the previous room.
Hold on, John, I'm not done, if you don't mind. And so that's not okay, and I'm not gonna crash out. I'm gonna play a game too. The other thing that I don't understand is it okay that we let people, and if it is, I'm, okay, cool, but is it okay that people go back and forth at each other's throats?
Oh, Kristen, I hope at any point in time I was saying that I thought you behaved wrong or badly in that room. If you thought that I was implying that, I don't want you to think I was implying that.
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, that I was like, oh, you shouldn't have done this, or you shouldn't have done
Normal
that.
means.
Personally,
And so that's the
being
issue.
brought down for a timeout wasn't necessarily, a horrible idea, but that, by the same token, you have somebody crashing out like that, and then you have the whole stage sitting there, pontificating about it verbally, regurgitating word vomit in front of him. When he comes back up, you're going to get that kind of outburst. I mean, it's just human nature. Like, they're all sitting up there pontificating and verbally, regurgitating, oh, Brad, this, look at him crash out. And then you bring him back. Of course he's going to respond, Like I said, that was a no-win situation. And everybody can do what they want to do. Some people really, they love those theatrics. They love to watch the crash outs and burns. And it's fine if that's your jam and you find amusement in it. It's okay, but it's not my thing. And when it's reached that point where you can't grab control, I curate my experience here, right? I'm the only one that's responsible for that.
Alright, I finally can talk. I really kind of want Nye in here so I can tell what's going on. So, Kristen, KK has me blocked. I'm on her permanent block list. So if I got bounced out of the room, like Clubhouse has been bouncing people out of the room because the new edition has screwed up the app, people are just bounced out the room. I think Richard, even tell you, we really need a mod chat so that we can have it when these emergency situations come up with different moderating styles. And Beth and Kristen, I am sorry that I moved y'all down, but KK's haranguing is nothing that I need. I have nothing to say to her, and while she might have a lot to say to me, I'm not really interested. And so, in order to keep in the muff, according to the rules, the moderators weren't being minded. And I moved Brad down twice. I didn't move him down a third time. And I need the people who are going to move him down admit that they moved him down so that he doesn't accuse me every time. I'll take ownership of everything I did.
Section 1, the
And
right
I told
citizens
me
of
to
the
be
United
going for
States
extra
to vote
shifts.
shall not be
I already
denied or
taken a
abridged by the United
for my
States or by any
So
state on account of race,
I do
color,
regret
or
that I
previous
couldn't
condition
communicate
of
what was going
servitude.
on while it
Section 2,
was happening.
Congress shall have the power to
But we
enforce
really
this
do
article
need something so
so that we can coordinate the stage to make sure that the integrity in the muff is maintained as much as possible. And Brad does not like being interrupted. Miss Shirley interrupted him. And then also, dang Brad, you couldn't let Miss Shirley get 2 sentences out? You had to be such a throat goat Mike Hogg that you couldn't give space to this lady, one of the few left on the app. So, we can mod all the people who were modded in the other room. It's not a problem for me. I'm happy to do it. I just need people to, like, when there's a reason for everything I do, I promise. And you may not agree with it, but I have reasons. Beth, would you like the mod badge again?
No, thank you. I have my own room. I have to mod tonight, so no, thank you.
Can you share information about your room so we can promote it here?
Yep, we are doing a room tonight and Get Up and Grow. And it
nice.
is once again, it will be the pre-show to Town Hall, the rest of the best of us, because we not get our questions answered. So we tried to collaborate and answer them. Last week, they decided they were not going to go up against us, so they changed it to this week. So tonight, they will be doing their town hall, and also tomorrow.
Do you want to drop a link to your room in the chat, because I'm interested in it?
Yeah, I'm driving my golf cart right now, but as soon as I get where I'm going, I will definitely put it in there.
Thank you, Beth. All right, should we have a new poll? Because
I would like to say something about trigger, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Okay, so we all have our own triggers. I don't like being interrupted, and I'm terrible sometimes when I'm tired. And I have ADHD, and I have a pretty good control over it. I have had a terrible habit of interrupting, and I don't mean to. I know a lot of people don't mean to. We all get caught up, and we do interrupt sometimes. And so, yeah, totally call me out if I ever do that. And likewise for other people. And also, I've learned also that even if I'm unjustly called out for that I'm going to have grace and back down and say, I didn't interrupt, but okay. I just have to learn that, had to learn how to just like, a lot of, like you said, Monica, that you're, that you take a lot of heat when you mod. That's one of the reasons why I don't like modding, is because some people do take a lot of heat. And frankly, in this room, I'm prepared because it does have these rules that I think are fair. I forgot what I was going to say about. Triggers. So here's the other thing about triggers. So in that regard, I'm not responsible for another person's trigger. I'm going to be sensitive. But no one is responsible for my triggers. You know what I mean? Like I'm sensitive to the whole interrupting thing, and I get mad and stuff, but I'm not allowed to lash out. That's not okay. It comes out of nowhere, especially to people who have not, especially people who haven't done anything to me. So I'm not going to do that, and I have to control myself. And I think that's as adults,
Christians may, find that to be, controversial or insulting, but I think when you actually read, as opposed to talking about a book, like a traditional book club, this is an active reading book club.
Knowing the balancing it, because I know that I like more order than chaos, and then people that like more chaos than order. And so if I am too heavy with the moderation, the room gets stale and stagnant and dies out. I know that. And seeing Brad become increasingly abusive to every single female he doesn't like on the app is not a good time. And he can do that in white belt sensibilism. We'll let him. He can do that in any room that he creates. Because it's his room. And I just think In the Muff is made of better stuff.
Kids with, population, giving us, great
break gun rights once again.
How difficult.
May I ask a question?
Of course.
I've only been here for 5 minutes, but I've been listening to every word that's been spoken. What does Roger think about all of this?
Had Roger been there, none of this would have happened. Because Roger.
That's not true, man.
Okay, let me ask you why, if I may, hello?
Let me ask you a question real quick. Let me ask you a question.
Hakima, let Steve get his thought out because he just began speaking, and I promise, like Steve, hand the mic directly to Hakima when you're done.
Has anybody gone to Roger and explained what happened?
I can answer. Roger was in my opinion, Roger left the room because of Roger. Roger was in the room when it started. Actually, Roger left the room shortly after. And then in this room, the explanation was going on, so Roger is well aware of what happened.
Yeah, when he had left or whatever, and I texted him saying it's a fucking shit show in here.
So Roger is aware of what happened, and correct?
I just said he wasn't there. He knows that there was a shit show. I don't know to what detail he knows of what went on in the room, but I did text him saying it was a shit show.
Gotcha. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you very much.
Okay, I started this room quickly after I tried to feed this room into Serendipity's new room, like a palette plan, the hard reset, but nobody was going. And I thought Serendipity would make a new in the muff room, and she didn't. And so I just opened this one, and she's a clever girl, found me quickly, and so we have this room. I have the replay on. I can turn it off, but I think my explanation of what happened is fair, and I'm tempted to leave it for a record. So, but I need the whole room's feedback. So let me do a new poll. And
Well, I can tell you just by listening for the 7 minutes that I have that you clearly have leaders that occasionally don't trust and don't believe each other. I'm not a leader in this room, in this house. I'm not asking to be. I'm a member. And I know how this house got started. I have my own 2 houses. I have leaders in my houses, and I have regular moderators in my houses. And all I want to say, and I'm really not bragging, I'll just say I'm extremely proud that we have a mod squad text. And that's not a private message on Clubhouse. It's actually, we have each other's cell phone numbers, and whenever there's a problem, we have a mod squad text. It includes like 10 people, and we communicate by text. We do our best, 95% successfully, not to air our dirty laundry in public. I understand that doesn't work for everybody. It might not work for most people, but it's one of the reasons why I love my mod squad. I'm not banging on anybody else. I'm not banging on this house. I'm just saying that's the way we do things. And it appears apparent to me, and I'll land it here, that in this house, you clearly have some leaders that not only don't trust each other, but don't believe each other. That's it.
Where you get that assumption from?
yeah, well, that's not quite right. But go ahead, Serendipity.
Well, the reason why I make that assumption is because somebody said 2 minutes ago, well, I would say it, but they don't believe me. That's why I made that assumption.
Right, but the thing of it is, I think that, number one, a lot of people besides just the leaders are modded in these rooms. Personally, I don't really have a problem with anybody that Roger mods. It's not an issue of trust for me and not trusting and not believing. I think sometimes the communication can be hard, especially when you're in a room like we came from. Because you can't really, like you said, having a means of a back channel group text or whatever I think that's always generally a good idea in most topical rooms, but you know, I think this was just a social room and it just went crazy chaotic, and I don't really think that rehashing it at this point is gonna do anybody any good.
Maybe I misunderstood, because just because you're modded doesn't mean you're a leader.
Correct.
If you're a leader in a house, you can start rooms in that house. If you're not a leader but you're modded for that room.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I think it begs the question, what is a leader?
Someone who can start a room. Beth, what were you gonna say?
I was just going to say that I agree with Steve. Our rooms that we mod and we open, those rooms